Shalom to the elect of Israel. It's your fellow servant Shemaiah. Let us give all praise, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Racha, Kudash. Double honor to the elders and the apostles of the great millstone. Peace and salutations to the elect of Israel, starting with you 144,000 men, sighing and crying, putting your life on the line day in and day out, week in and week out. We're in the Feast of Unleavened Bread, the week of Unleavened Bread. And honestly, man, these times of the year, man, you love them. You got to love them because the Lord give you the spirit to endure the uncomfortability, or to not endure, I want to say, to give you the spirit to put off being comfortable here, right? The comfort foods. A lot of people use foods as a form of comfort, or certain drinks. Like me, I drink Heineken, I drink, certain hard liquors that have yeast in it. So around this time of year, I pretty much, I'm without it, that little comfort. But it's a beautiful thing, because if you're spiritual, you feel your spirit, you feel your spirit getting more encouraged and things of this nature, getting more built up, more exalted, if that's the right word I want to use. But this lesson right here is pretty much going out to our to the Ahchwath. All right, our Ahchwath that's weak in the spirit. It's written that the spirit is willing, but the flesh is weak. Right, and I just want to let you know to stay encouraged, to and stop being such a stop being a baby. Stop being a baby. It's time to grow up. This is not only for women, this is for men too, but this lesson particularly is really just for women, because I got my sisters, and other women, we all, some of us might have ribs, or demons we deal with, wives that we deal with, and things of that nature. And I just want to say, I'm not talking to any man, this to women that don't have husbands, or just coming to the truth and you figuring things out for yourself. It's a precept I want to pull up, and I don't want you to be you shouldn't use it as an excuse or as a cloak of maliciousness. All right, like I said, I'm specifically speaking to my people. All right, my demon, my rib, my sisters, my Ahchwath, my nieces and nephews and daughters, not nephews, daughters, right? Because you don't want to get this misconstrued. This precept right here in Peter chapter 3 verse 7, 1 Peter chapter 3 verse 7. Likewise, ye husbands, dwell with them according to knowledge, giving honor unto the wife as unto the weaker vessel, and as being heirs together of the grace of life, that your prayers be not hindered. All right. Yes, we give y'all honor as a wife, being a wife, as a weaker vessel. That doesn't mean, or that doesn't give you an excuse to be wicked, just because you're noted as the weaker vessel. That weaker vessel goes into not just mentally, you being mentally weak. Because when it comes to doing wicked things, when it comes to exalting yourself over the man and trying to put the man in check and not listen to the man, you feel a sense of strength in that part, but that's the wrong kind of strength. That's fleshly, that's carnal strength, which is gonna yield carnal results. Okay? This world is transferring from a carnal kingdom, or a kingdom being ran by carnality, Esau, Edom, to a world that's being ran with righteous spirituality. All right? It's being translated from one kingdom to another, in which you're going to have to put on, as the elect, you have to put on that beautiful garment. You have to put on the clothes of humility, being clothed with humility. You're going to have to put on those righteous garments of obedience. And it takes strength to do that. All right? My point about being a weaker vessel, you don't have the weaker vessel means you're going to be more submissive. All right? You should be more submissive to your husband. Right? You should be more submissive to the ways of Yahweh Shem Shah, to his correction. All right? You should be more submissive, more understanding of the will of the Heavenly Father. Just because you're the weaker vessel, it doesn't give you the right or an excuse to be wicked. There's many examples in the scriptures. Many examples of our sisters, Ahchwath, being faithful even unto death. Now, all these, the 2/3 and the other heathen nations, we already know what's going on with them. We already know what's going to happen to them. Unless you repent and put off the old ways, you're going to be counted amongst that number. Okay? In which we really could care less about you. Starting now. We could really care less about you. But if you're seeking the Lord, you're doing your best to keep the laws, statutes, and commandments, you're honoring your husband, all right? Even as a weaker vessel, all right? You're meeting the needs and the qualities of a wife, a servant. I got Jake on the back of me. He got what? Look, he got a little Northern Kingdom on the back of his motorcycle with him. Big ass smile on his face. You know? Either Northern Kingdom or Edomite, you know. He dealing with the White Castle. It is what it is. But you know, especially to our Ahchwath, our sisters, there's no excuse, there's no reason. The Bible doesn't give you an excuse or a reason to be wicked. You know, just because you're noted as the weaker vessel. Don't let it go to your head. Don't let it go to your head. Again, don't use the words in the scriptures as a form, because you know you got women that be like, well, I'm a weaker vessel. This, I'm a weaker vessel that. I'm a weaker vessel, so, you know, we don't, you know, I don't know, I can't do it. I can't do it, you know, or I'm not on your level. Yeah, you're right, you're not on our level. As a man of Israel, you're not on the man's level. But you got the nerve to talk shit to the man, right? You go with your own emotions and your feelings over what the man tell you to do, right? But you say you're not strong, right? Some examples of righteousness. Let's get some examples of righteousness. I pulled up that the account of the woman with the seven sons. All right, and it's in Maccabees. Gotta do all this extra stuff. Maccabees, second Maccabees chapter 7, and I'm gonna start at verse. Matter of fact, now I'm gonna just go to the point. Verse 20. But the mother was marvelous above all, because this mother, she sat up here and she saw each of her 7 sons. It's gonna tell you over a course of time, get put to death for their faith and for their trust in Yahweh Shem Shah. All right. She's seen her 7 sons get put to death for righteousness' sake, not for being wicked. Okay? But the mother was marvelous above all and worthy of honorable memory. And that remind me of, what's that, Matthew? When the woman had washed the Lord's foot with her hair, and it was written that she should be noted for from generation to generation. All right, but again, and worthy of honorable memory, for when she saw her 7 sons slain within the space of one day, within the space of one day, within 24 hours, she seen all 7 of her sons slain. And what they do, they took it with good courage. They took it with good courage. And it kind of reminded me of that the woman, the daughter of what's his name, Jephthah. The daughter of Jephthah, when he won the war, he had made a promise to, he made a promise, so he made a vow to Yahweh, Bashim Yahweh to Yahweh, about the first thing that come through his door, he's going to sacrifice it to the Lord. If he win the war, he won the war, and the first thing that came across his door, or the threshold, was his daughter. All right, and she prepared herself. Her father told her, and she prepared herself for the taking. To be taken out of this world. That take great faith and obedience. And y'all women, you don't have no reason just because of your emotions. Yeah, you're in America. We're in a Western society. Everybody's been broken down. The same way that the men are being built up, you women got to be built up in the faith too. There's only so much a man or your sisters or your children can do for you. When you're supposed to be building up that relationship with Yahweh Shem Yahushua. Look yourself in the mirror. Ask yourself, what are you not doing right? What are you doing with the majority of your time? And I had a conversation with my sister earlier. There's nothing we can do. At the end of the day, you have to understand that the Lord knows all of our hearts. He knows who's really for him. He knows who's really ready to sacrifice for him, who's really willing to be obedient to him, and he knows those that's playing around. He knows those that's trying to find an easy way out. This thing is not an easy way out. This thing comes with suffering. But even in our own lives, we were still suffering. So what you want to suffer for? You want to suffer for the truth? Or you want to suffer for the things of this world? You got to make your mind up. Back in Maccabees chapter 7, 2nd Maccabees chapter 7, verse 20. But the mother was marvelous above all and worthy of honorable memory. For when she saw her 7 sons slain within the space of one day, she bare it with good courage because of the hope that she had in the Lord. And that's what you're supposed to be having. Hope in the Lord. No matter how bad things seem or how bad things get, no matter how bad it might seem, like, I don't want to hurt their feelings. So what you don't want to do is trim your ways to seek love. It leads to nothing but destruction for you and those you're trying to secretly love. Open rebuke is greater than secret love. You have to correct your people. First, you have to stand in it, then you have to correct your people. You can't keep on letting people around you get away with their worldly ways and think it's okay that they're going to be accepted. And you have to stand up for that. Can't nobody else do it for you. Let me get to this Judges, because everybody like Deborah. Everybody like Deborah, right? And prophetess only means like a wife of a prophet, right? Or a daughter of a prophet. That's all that means. All right? She wasn't out there usurping authority over men. If anything, she was exalting and encouraging her man. Right? I will get this account in Judges chapter 4. And I'm going to start at verse 11. And I'm going to start at verse 13. And Sisera gathered together all his chariots, even 900 chariots of iron, and all the people that were with him, from Harosheth of the Gentiles unto the river of Kishon. And Deborah said unto Barak, Up, for this is the day in which the Lord hath delivered Sisera unto thine hands. Is not the Lord gone out before thee? So Barak went down from Mount Tabor, and 10,000 men after him. And the Lord discomfited Sisera and all his chariots and all his hosts with the edge of the sword before Barak, so that Sisera lighted down off his chariot and fled away on his feet. But Barak pursued after the chariots and after the host unto Harosheth of the Gentiles, and all the hosts of Sisera fell upon the edge of the sword, and there was not a man left. Howbeit Sisera fled away on his feet to the tent of Joel, the wife of Heber, the Kenite, for there was peace between Jabin, the king of Hazar, and the house of Heber, the Kenite. All right. So your duty is to encourage your men. That's what it is, in righteousness. And that was for a battle. That was for a fight. And every day we are fighting. Every day we're fighting against the ways of this world. Every day we fight against our jobs. Every day we fighting against these wicked ass niggas and bitches around us on a daily basis. We fight against our oppressors. We fight against even ourselves. We need encouragement. We fight against ourselves on a daily basis. And we don't need women around us pushing us into feeling faithless, hopeless, helpless, worthless. All right? I'm going to get here and I'm going to close out. A perfect example of y'all asking yourself what y'all want to do, what y'all need to do, what y'all need to be known for doing. 1 Peter chapter 3, start at verse 1. Likewise, ye wives, be in subjection to your own husbands, that if any obey not the word, they also may without the word be won by the conversation of the wives. All right? Your conversation in the word of Yahweh Shem Yahshua, you're supposed to use the word of the Lord to fight all your battles. All the inconsistencies, all the misunderstandings, all the wickedness around you. The more you cleave to the Lord, the more he'll give you words to fight against people's injustices and people's bullshit. While they behold your chaste conversation coupled with fear, and that word fear, that's what it's going to come down to. You're going to have to put on that fear. You have to put on that fear. And that's going to be shown through your obedience. When you're able to go into the scriptures and pull out, this is why I do what I do. The Lord, thus says the Lord, this is why I do what I do. Because I have fear of the Lord. And he told me to do this, so I'm going to do it to the best of my ability. None of us is perfect. And he told me not to do this. To the best of my ability, none of us is perfect. But that's why I don't do what I don't do, and that's why I do what I do. All right. Verse 3. Whose adorning let it not be that outward adorning of plaiting the hair and a wearing, all right, and a wearing of gold or a putting on of apparel. All right. Ain't about how you look on the outside. All right. You got a cute little body or whatever like that. You know, you want to put on something to show off your body or whatever like that. The Lord gonna take your ass out. There's nothing anybody can do for you because you're still stuck in the mindset of the world. You're still stuck in the mindset of the world. So be it. Right? You get what you can out of it while you're here. Verse 4, but let it be the hidden man of the heart, and that which is not corruptible, even the adornment of a meek and quiet spirit, which is in the spirit of the Most High, of great peace. A loving and silent wife is a gift of the Lord to a man. You know, and a lot of you women are going to have to get this understood in your hearts and your minds. Every day you wake up, say your prayers, seek the Lord, and do what your husband says, especially if it's to help. We're nation building. And whether you understand it or not, whether you like it or not, your man is your hedge of protection. Your man is your head. You go to your man before anything else besides Yahweh Shem Yahshua. Verse 5, for after this manner in the old time, the holy women also, who trusted in the Most High, adorned themselves, being in subjection unto their own husbands. Even as Sarah obeyed Abraham, calling him Lord, whose daughters ye are, as long as ye do well and are not afraid with any amazement. Don't be afraid of what any people got to say, man. These people ain't paying your bills. These people ain't ain't seeking for the salvation of your soul or their own. All right? You know, for real, to the Ahchwath, man. This world, man, we almost out of here. We almost out of here. Baba Kashah, the Lord have mercy on us. We almost out of here. All right, with that, I'm going to close out. Hope this lesson is edifying to all of Israel, but specifically like to my sisters, you know, my Ahchwath, my, you know, my little ones, you know, my daughters, my nieces, and of course, you know, the you know, the real, you know, hey, stay encouraged in the truth. And if you know you falling off, you know what you got to do. Stop playing it. Stop playing with it. Stop playing with it. You know? But ain't nothing we can do. That's all we can do is just remind people. To the best of our ability, encourage people. But with that, I'm going to close out. Again, giving all praise, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Bashin, Hawashai, Bashin, Rachah, Kodash. Double honor to the elders and apostles of the great millstone. Till next time, Kwam Nasrallah, Wa Abba Babal.